It never stops at just one. If you've had one mole in your yard and you catch it, you're going to have another one, just like I do. I've already caught one this year. It's like almost 2:30 on a Wednesday. Just got home from doing some work, and there are signs of another mole. Let's go put the trap in and see how long it takes. Okay, I'm going to tell you just a couple simple things that you've got to know if you want to successfully trap a mole. Okay, keep up with me, keep up with me, keep up with me. I've never asked my wife to shoot a single video for me before. Never thought I would, but never say never, as I always say. Sometimes there are just some demonstrations that you need a little extra assistance. All right, here we go. Same spot. Last year I had like 4 right there. We got those. He's traveling up here. Got home, checking my plants. Super hot outside, seeing if they need a little spritzer of water. And here we go, right here, Laura. Look at this. You see it? Come in closer. Come in, right here. You see this raised up mulch? Last time we caught him right there. He kind of peeked his head out right there, but we're gonna work on this little run right here. So here's what you wanna do. I'm just gonna go ahead and knock the whole thing down, not all the way. And then somewhere towards the center of that, I'm going to push down a little bit more, okay? That's going to collapse that tunnel, and he's going to have to dig again to get through it, and when he does that, that's when he's going to meet old Mr. Jaws here, and he'll meet his demise at the same time, okay? So I'm going to stick it in the ground this way, all right? So that when I push on this, those springs open those claws up, those scissors, and that's what's going to trap him. All right, so find that spot where I kind of took it down a little bit, press it down into the ground. Now, here's the hard part, because it's on a slope. We got to try to do this without breaking an ankle. It always scares me. All right. Oh, popped up. Didn't clamp good enough. Let's go again. Trap set. We'll come back and check it later. Guys, you cannot make this stuff up. You just cannot make it up. I'm out here. Oh, I'm just watering away, just like this right here on this little blue rug. Oh, got me a new nozzle today. The other nozzle that I had, it was like, I don't know if the metals were just dissimilar, but it got welded to the hose, so I had to get a new one. And I'm out here. What did I tell you? What did I tell you earlier today? I said around 2:30 on a Wednesday afternoon, I'm putting the trap out to catch the mole. It is not even 5 o'clock in the afternoon on the same day. And I'm right here watering, just minding my own business, and then pop, boom. Oh, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. Let's pull this up here and see what we got. Oh, he's probably not even all the way out yet, but he's in there. There he is. I told you. Oh, that's a little guy. That is a little guy. I'm telling you, folks, once you figure out this mole catching thing, it is not hard at all. It befuddles me how I hear people all the time talking about how they struggle with moles. 2 for 2. Last one took like 3 hours. This one didn't even take 3 hours, 2.5 hours. He is done. Now, the kind of hard part is getting him out of the trap. There are better ways to do it, but I kind of do it back here out of the grass and the lawn. But I'll pop him out of there. I will put him in a shovel and I will catapult him over the fence. I got hawks all over the place out here. Voles and other little varmints back in this field. The hawks are always flying over. They kind of tip their wings at me every time I toss a mole or a vole over, as to say, thank you, my friend. It is our pleasure to eat your meat. That kind of sounds weird. But they're about to feast again on this mole. Folks, you do what I showed you earlier, you will catch them every single time. Yes. And how many of you in
the earlier part of the video, we're like, oh my gosh, he's watering and it's like almost 5 o'clock in the evening. You're not supposed to do that. It's going to cause fungus. You know what? There are best ways to do things in lawn care. There's the optimal way, the most beneficial way, whatever way you want to say. You just can't do it that way. There is a bee on the back of my camera. There he went. The bees are loving the cat mints right now. They are everywhere. The pollinators, for all you environmental people, that you would not believe, guys. You would not believe how many people from a video that I did 3 years ago, 3 years ago, about keeping weeds out of your mulch bed, particularly on this side of the house. And at the time that I did that video, these mulch beds were completely empty. There was nothing in them, and I can't even begin to tell you how many people have said, yeah, I guess it looks good if you like a desert of mulch and grass. Where's the shrubs? Where's the flowers? Where's the blah, 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 blah? And I'm just sitting there going, come on, people. These things take time. They take money. A nice lawn does not happen overnight. Nice gardening does not happen overnight. In the 3 years since I made that video that everybody complains about because it's nothing but mulch, I have since planted almost 100 plants in this yard. Close to 40 back here, if my math serves me well. And the pollinators, yes, the pollinators, the bees, are loving these cat mints. The artemisias, the Morey strain artemisias, really starting to come into form. Orange rocket barberries looking marvelous. And the blue rug juniper and sea green juniper just going gangbusters back here. So a couple of videos ago, we had some yellowing in here. I think it was just because we were feasting on tons of rain this spring, like many of you were. And over the last week, it has been famine, which is why I am watering the lawn in the evening, because I just don't have time to water it all in the morning. So sometimes when there's a need, you have to just kind of break the rules. So I will water this back lawn and the plants back here this evening, and then we will move to the front yard tomorrow morning. But since it has quit raining, a lot of this yellow has started to fall off, and look at all that new growth in there. So just yet another example of being patient. Be patient, whether it be your plants or your grass. Just be patient. Don't panic. 99% of the time, if you're doing the simple things that you should be doing, everything's going to be okay. It's when you freak out and then you start doing a surplus of unnecessary things, that's when things seem to go poorly. But I got to show you something kind of strange. I'd never seen this before. With all the rain we had this spring and early part of summer, we had a ton of, like, what would you call them? Spores, fungus, whatever, mulch, gunk. Looks like your dog threw up. Like, here's a little bit right there that just started popping up since I watered these. But we went to Omaha for the College World Series a couple weeks ago and came home, and I noticed all of these black spots everywhere on the rocks, some on the gutters and the soffit and fascia and other places on the fence. And I had no clue what in the world caused it. So I did like you did, and I went and picked up an encyclopedia book. Okay, I went to Google, and I started Googling, and I didn't even know where to begin. But I came across something called artillery spores. And I haven't been able to find any because they've all dried up since it got hot in the 90s and sunny. But what they do is when the especially hardwood mulch stays wet for a really long time, it almost looks like a honeycomb, like a waffle in the mulch. And then over time it just builds and builds and builds, and then like a volcano, it just and it just erupts. These little tar-like black spores, and it can shoot them like 18 to 20 feet in the air, everywhere, everywhere. And they're like tar, like goo, and they don't fall off, and they don't come off easily. Apparently you can pressure wash them, you can use solutions to help. But if you think I'm going over there and I'm trying to clean up a bunch of little black spots off all those stones, it ain't happening. But that was strange. That was strange. Yes, watering at night or in the evening like this, sure, could it leave water on the grass blades and in turn, if it's humid and doesn't all evaporate off, maybe lead to a higher chance of some sort of fungus or disease on the turf? Sure, I suppose so, but we talk about this here a lot on the channel about just experience. And once you have experience doing these things, then you don't necessarily put a whole lot of stock in every single best practice you read or hear on the internet, especially in the Facebook sections. Those comment sections are more like don't listen to practices. But after you have some years of experience doing this, and you've watered in the evening, like I have many times before, and you see that it just doesn't do anything. Now, I'm not saying this is the case for everybody. Everybody's different grass types, different environments, different climates. Everything has to be played into it. But in my area, in the transition zone in Northwest Arkansas, I have watered enough in the evening to know that the world will not end. My lawn will not crash and burn just by watering before sunset. I mean, I had some disease in here anyways. All the rain this spring, look at this. We had some dollar spot starting to fill back in. There's some spurge. Oh boy. Now see, here we go. Here we go. You get spurges. Hold on. Oh boy, now we're wet. Spurge is a booger, but if you try to find the center of it, watch this. I think I got it. Good one. Success. But we had some dollar spot, sure. Guess what? Dollar spot. Once it dries out, sun hits it, it's not gonna get much worse. No need to spray fungicide all over it. If you remember a couple weeks ago, we had big old patch of clover there, gone. We had some more clover down here, gone. And these two patches right here were some heavy baby crabgrass. Those are free of crabgrass, but the Bermuda grass, with as heavy as I went on that crabgrass to make sure it went away, kind of took a hit. But it will fill back in and it will be just fine. All right, my friends, that's enough rambling your ear off. You saw me snag a mole, water the lawn. All sorts of good things happening in the yard. And guess what? I'm not gonna sit here and stress about the bad things that might happen. Appreciate you joining me. We'll see you next time.